What's going on, my brothers and sisters from all over the world? Welcome to your favorite channel where you get to learn about leadership, communication, and networking. And today, I just want to share the golden principles by which I live by, and I think it's been very helpful to me, and I believe it's going to be helpful to people out there, and that is why I decided to share it with everyone. So yeah, golden principles to live by. My name is Dapo Ibrahim. This is my channel. I'm the host of this very channel, and welcome to this excellent channel because you guys are the most excellent subscribers and viewers and friends and families that's out there that's been supporting this channel. And I just want to say thank you to every single one of you. Without any further ado, I'd like to dive into the golden principles to live by. The very first principle to live by, which is what I actually live by, is to judge myself and others by actions and not words. Okay, always judge people by their actions. I'm very sure you're familiar with the quote or with the saying that action speaks louder than words. And this is so essential. And the earlier you begin to realize this and begin to live for this principle, the easier your life will be, the better your relationship with people will become, and the more you know people that you want to be around you and people that you don't want to be around you. Now, a lot of people keep saying, "Yeah, I'm going to cut people off." Well, cut them off based on what? Okay, you can't keep cutting everyone off. You got to know why you have people around you and why you letting go of some people. And this strongly has to do with your personal values. You need to have core values, and that is the one of the easiest way to filter people that you allow around you. When you have a core value, the moment you meet someone and you assess them based on their core values, if your values don't align, then you know that, okay, this person is just a friend. You can't do like a an extensive business with this person or long-term business with this person. So for example, I have a friend who's a very I have someone who's a very good friend of mine, and we've been very good friends. But one thing I notice is whenever it's time to do something, to like do something productive, there's always an excuse. And this excuse hasn't been like for like a month or 2 months, it's been over the years. So what happened is I decided to just be friends with him, but when it comes to doing business, I don't bring him in. I don't do any form of business with him because I know that he always comes up with one or two excuses at the very last minute. So someone like that, you could be friends with them, but when it comes to an extensive project, when it comes to a long-term project, you know whether or not to involve them. If you want to involve them, you have to like bring them in and communicate with them. Communicate in a very comprehensive manner. Let them know what you have observed. Let them know what your standard is, and let them know if they are willing to work with you. Some people might be like, "Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I will make this work," and some people might be like, "Yeah, I won't make this work." It doesn't matter. The moment you have your values set and laid down, okay, it becomes easier for you to know who's good to stay in your circle of friends, and who's just going to whom you're going to let go of. Okay, because as you grow older, you want to make sure you are filtering people that you allow around you, because you can't basically be rolling with the same set of people all the time. It's not even good for you, it's not healthy for you, it's not the best thing for your purpose in life if you are pursuing your purpose. um the second thing is, see failure as a beginning, not an end. Okay, I don't know whatever it is that you're doing. I don't know whatever it is that you're going through, but if you set your mind to do something and it doesn't work out, always see it as an opportunity to learn more. Okay, always see it as an opportunity to do better. Always see it as an opportunity to become better version of you. All right. And also, see it as an opportunity to see failure as a beginning and not an end. I've had quite a few life transforming moments myself that there were moments of failure at that very moment, but now that I can, now that I'm reflecting back on it, this, like I said, this is a life defining moment for me, because everything I've learned in life, every great lessons I've learned in life came from a place of failure, or a place of loss, or a place of, me, a place of like rejection as well. So they all came from a place of pain, and every time you go through pain, you learn life defining lessons. Okay, so for example, one of the lessons that I learned is, and this happened a couple of years ago, where I was working at some place, and the company has a very strict policy of, not engaging customers, especially because it's a retail company, and people come in to steal stuff. And we would work in we staff, we work in the store, and we don't like when people come in to steal, because you put in all the work to put your items out there, to arrange the store, to arrange the shelf, and someone would just come out of nowhere and just ruin the whole place and steal stuff and even yell at you. And because the company has a policy of you not engaging customers, and the policy was really clear. um and then there was this day, this guy came in to steal, and this guy has been coming to steal from the store. Whenever he comes to steal from the store, he draws out a knife at the staff. And there was this day he came, and I was around. I was actually the store manager. And he stole stuff from the shelf. I stayed at the door post waiting for him, just to stop him and take the stuff from him. And he came. I asked him politely, "Are you going to pay for this item?" And he was like, "No, he's leaving the store." So I grabbed it from him, and he um he got very aggressive, and I had to, defend myself. Actually said he was going to kill me, and I was like, "Nah, you don't say that to someone like me. I'm an African." So I had to hold him down for the police to show up, and then I handed him over to the police. But after that, the company said this wasn't the best thing, because the company doesn't want you engaging staff. So I was on suspension. Okay. So the company had to suspend me. And I learned something from there, that, okay, you know what? Even though it's against my moral value for some stranger to come into my territory and steal stuff, I wasn't really in my own territory at that point in time. Okay. I was working for a company, and the company has a policy, and I have to follow those policies. So I messed up big time, and I learned a big lesson there, that, you know what? If it's written down in black and white, you have to follow it. Okay. Forget about the fact that you don't like it. All right. If it's written in black and white, you have to follow the rules. And if you don't, whatever comes out of it, you just have to take it. And this is where feelings and emotions don't matter at some point. It's just the rationality, the objectivity, what is right and wrong, what can be proven, that really matters at some point. So for me, I learned to just play by the rules. Okay. I learned to stick with the rules of wherever I'm at. So if I get to a new place and I learn the rules, I just go by the rules set and whatever. So what I usually say, or what I usually show people is, if you get to a place and you don't like what's going on, find a way to join the business, or not just business now, find a way to join the panel, or the aspect where decision is being made. And you will get the chance to influence the decision. So if you don't like it, then you join the place where you can influence it. And so, for example, if I don't like the policy of, hey, if a criminal comes into the store and they threaten me, I have to like protect myself. Then what I have to do is, join the organization board of directors and be in a place where I can actually influence that. If I can't, then I just have to stick with the policy. All right. So remember, it's facts over feelings. And the point of this is to, that's like a double lesson actually for you to learn. But the point of this is to see failure as a beginning and not an ending, because that incident, for example, became an eye-opening incident for me. It made me just realize, okay, this is not about how I feel. I messed up here, but how do I go further and just learn how to stick with the policy if I can't influence the existing policy? So something like that doesn't happen again. The next principle, one of the golden principles that I live by, is to spend more time with people who bring out the best in me, okay, and not the stress in me. So the next principle to live by is for you to spend more time with people who bring out the best in you and not the stress in you. Now, we all have these people that whenever they show up, we just feel hot, right? We feel hot. We feel this inner, like an inner instigation, you get red and stuff. And you wonder, why is it always around these people? Now, there are also some people that whenever you share like a good news with them, you could tell from their reaction that they're not really happy for you. So people like that, you don't share good news with them. You don't spend time with them. But there are these people that they always excited for you. They want you to succeed. They do everything to promote you. They do everything to ignite the best in you. You want to be around people like that because everything we do is all about energy. Okay? Everything we do is all about energy. Now, energy doesn't stay in one place. It's either your energy is going up or it's coming down. It's either your energy is adding up or it's being drained. It's either you charging up or you've been drained of your energy. Now, depending on your circle of friends, some of them might be draining your energy. And the moment you realize that this circle of friend or this specific person is draining your energy, you have to do away with them. All you have to do most likely is just send them a text, call them, whatever. But stop being around people like that. Remember, always be around people that bring out the best in you and not the stress in you. It's very important. It's good for you. It's good for your mental health. It's good for your sanity. It's good for your productivity. You don't want to be around people that always put you down. Even if you did wrong and you failed in some aspect, you still need someone to at least see why you did it and talk to you in such a way that you wouldn't have to do it again. Not like, oh, this and that. Some people are just, very negative, and they exist like that. Some people are very positive and they exist like that. You just have to know those people, and you have to know how to create, the balance around this specific people. Once again, wherever you guys are tuning in from, first I want to say thank you, and I'd like you to guys to leave comments about where you're tuning in from. Type in your country. I'd like to know where you guys are tuning in from. I appreciate every single one of you. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your love for this channel. I appreciate you helping this channel grow to the point where it's at right now. I recently posted lots of videos on this channel, and I would like you guys to please go check them out and please share them with your friends and your family. There's so many tidbits to learn from. There's so many, snacky contents to grab onto and use in your upcoming week, upcoming month, your projects. I have videos on how to master yourself, the master key to success. I have videos on why people fail, why 99% fail. There's so many good videos out there on my channel that I want you guys to check and use them. Okay, that's why I'm putting it out there. I'm not putting it out there just to put it out there. I'm putting it out there so every single one of us can succeed, succeed as a community, because this is a community, this is a family we're building. So I want you guys to please go take a look at those videos and leave comments. Okay, leave comments, take notes, leave comments, like, share, and subscribe, and get your friends and family also to please subscribe to this channel. Okay. The next principle, one of the golden principles that I live by, is to let the memory of the consequences my past action to let the memory of the consequences of my past actions guide my current decision. Okay. Um, I'll just read this to you again. The next principle to live by is to let the memory of the consequences of your past action guide your present decision. All right. So there's a story that I usually never share with anyone. Um, it was a it was a story of how I got involved in a car crash, and it's before the car crash. I used to drive my car. It was a Volkswagen Jetta, and I have this friend of mine, and we're still very good friend by now. But back then, he is a very strong-willed guy, and I wouldn't want to, like say no to my friend because he's my very good friend. So he would like, yeah, he wants to learn drive with my car. So I would sometimes I'll be like, yeah, let's go learn driving. Sometimes I wouldn't be comfortable with it, but then I'll still let him do it. So there was this day he grabbed my car keys and he drove the car. And when he grabbed the key, I didn't even know about it. I just was like, oh, where's my key? He said, oh, he's holding the key and he's gonna drive at that very point in time. So at that point in time, I was like, and this was like, I can't remember. This was like years ago. But I want you to stay with the story and learn from the story. Okay. So after that, I decided to roll with it. So he drove the car to his house. He was learning driving. He doesn't know how to drive then. So after then, I felt like maybe I should have taken the key and drive the car by myself. Regardless, I wasn't comfortable with that decision, but then I didn't see anything. So after I after he drove the car to his house and I got back my key, got back into the driving seat and I started driving and then I got into an accident. And at some point I was like, if I had taken the key back from the very beginning, I wouldn't have gotten into this accident. Okay. So the whole point of this is even though I got into the accident and I learned something, honestly, most of my biggest lessons in life came from that car crash. I still felt like maybe I could have averted the accident, but then I think I still needed the accident to learn something because that was one of the points in time where I learned how to be extremely decisive. If I'm not comfortable with something, I just say it right there because I don't want to have to think about what if I had said no or what if I didn't say no, whatever. So the point of this is always use your past situation, okay, to to serve as a guidance towards your current and even your future decisions. Okay, it's very important. So I used that memory every time I'm about to make a big decision. I go back into that memory and I use it to guide me in making a big decision because every time I make a big decision, I don't ever want to regret it. I want my conscience to be clear and I want to be able to look back in the past and be like, okay, I did what was right. So that's why a lot of people be like, yo, man, you too you very hard headed or tough or whatever. But that's not the point. The point is every time I make a decision, I want to be able to live with that decision. Okay. And that is really helping so many things. Okay, so many things. Um, help me in the type of woman I deal with. Help me with the type of business I deal with. Help me to deal with people at work. Help me in getting my schoolwork done. Just being decisive and being just looking at that past situation. Okay, just taking a mental look at it. It always guides me whenever I'm making any current decision. It teaches me to be decisive. It teaches me that life is short. It teaches me that there is no time. It teaches me that whatever you're doing, just get it done and get it over with and just move on. So sometimes I can be very decisive. I could just come in and be like white or black. I don't care about any other color in between. I'm just like that. And it's because I always see this flashback memories and I'm like, you know what, just be decisive. Because that is being decisive is one of our God-given ability. Okay, the ability to decide, the ability to choose, to select, to elect our leaders. Okay, being decisive, every single thing you do right now is a result of your previous decision. The life that you're living right now is a result of your past decisions. That is why you have to be decisive. Sometimes it's good to be very quick about it, regardless of the outcome. A lot of people are not so decisive because they don't want to fail or they don't want to make the wrong decision, and I get it. But the truth is, the best people in the world always make instant decision. Okay, they are always decisive, and the good thing about it is, even if at that moment they make the wrong decision, they always have the confidence that they can make it right, and they do make it right. So be decisive. Okay, use your past memory to guide your current situation, and let it guide you towards making the right decision. Okay, and also remember, always be decisive, be prompt, never be afraid of making the wrong decision, even if it's the wrong call or the wrong decision. Always have the confidence that you can make it right at any given point in time. The confidence is very it's key, it's very important. So the next principle I live by, one of the next golden principle to live by is to plan for the future. Okay, plan for the future. Always plan for the future. There's this famous quote that if you fail to plan, you already plan to fail. So as far as your future is concerned, if you fail to plan for your future, you've already planned to fail in your future. So every single, remember I just said be decisive. Okay, every single action you take is a decision to secure your future. One way to look at this is every 10 years, our body changes. If you take a picture of you 10 years ago and you look at it and you compare it to a picture of you right now, you will realize that they are both two different individuals, two different people. Okay, two different people. So every 10 years, our body, our face, everything changes. So you want to make a decision whereby the future version of you would thank you for making the right decision, for planning towards it, for not drinking your life away, or for not making a mess of your whole life, not ending up in prison, or for not drinking. You know, you want to make sure the future you thanks you for every single decision that you're making, and that is why you always have to plan. Okay, plan for the future. Make Create a calendar and make you could start from a 6 month plan and then go to a 1 year plan and then to a 2 years plan, then a 5 year plan and 10 year plan. But you want to make sure you are planning, and when you're planning, you're not doing everything at once. The moment you have your plan well established, that simply implies that every single thing you do now adds up to this cumulative aftermath in the future. Okay, every single step you take, every single decision you make adds up to that cumulative aftermath in your future. So always take the moment to sit down and plan and reflect about your future. Very pertinent, very important. Okay, remember to plan for your future. But now, this is key. Plan for your future, but focus on today. Okay? So don't get to the point where you're living in the future your mind is traveling in the future and you're losing track of what's happening right now. All right. So plan for your future, but focus on today. All right. That's why I said once you have a well laid down plan, then every single thing you do today, you will be grateful, you'll be happy, you will know that they are all adding up for a cumulative aftermath in the future. Okay. So the final principle, the final golden principle that I'll be sharing with us right now at this moment is to focus on your potential and not your limitation. All right. That is what I always do. Focus on my potential and not my limitation. Because when you focus on your potential, it gives you an immeasurable amount of confidence. A lot of people would say, oh, that person is more intelligent, that person is smarter, that person is taller, that person is more beautiful, and they don't have any of those things. Fine. But the truth is, there's so many other things that you have that that other person does not have. And you have to focus on those things. If you focus on the things that you can control and ignore those things that you cannot control, your life will become so happy. Your life will become so fulfilled. Your life will become so beautiful because now you are honing your skills. You're now improving your skills. You're improving your life. You're improving the aspect of your life that you can control. Okay, that's like living the stoic life. One of the illustrations that Epictetus used is to see life like you are at a party. You know, when you're at the party, there's always those guys with food and snacks and drinks on the tree. And he said that while they're bringing the tray towards you, just reach out to what you can grab and let it move. You don't hold on to everything. So, what you can control at that moment is what you can get and enjoy it. Okay. So, always remember to focus on your potential, focus on the things that you can control and completely ignore your limitation. Now, it's not that you don't have knowledge about your limitation. You need to have adequate knowledge about your limitation, but you don't dwell on it. All right. You know that okay, you're limited in this area, and then you find ways to substitute for that. You could do this by delegating, you could do this by outsourcing, you could do this by hiring people to to fill up for that void, for that limitation. But you don't waste your time trying to figure that out. Okay, remember, like I said, everyone is running out of time. Life is so short that everyone is just running out of time. So you want to focus on your potential and keep improving in your potential. All right, and completely ignore your limitation, completely ignore things that are out of your control. So those are, I believe, those are the six golden principles that I live by, that I've been applying to my life, and they've been really helpful. They've been really they've really helped me improve over time, and I hope you guys will use it as well to improve your life and go out there and start doing great and amazing things. I want to thank you all for sticking with me up to this very point in this session. Like I said, like I always say, I'm always grateful for you. I'm grateful for your support. I'm grateful for your presence. And if you want to reach out to me, there's a link in the description section. My email is there. Um, my social media is there. Feel free to connect with me on all social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, any other social media platform that's out there. Feel free to connect with me and feel free to reach out to me. I always respond to people. Um, and also, if there's any question that you have, or if there's any topic that you would like me to talk about, you can always email me and just reach out to me and let me know exactly what aspect you want me to like shed light on, because I'll be more than willing to, you know, do things in that respect, because like I said, there's a community and we want to help this community grow. And by getting feedback from you, that would help me tailor my content towards, creating content that this community wants to see. So if I get feedback and responses, that would be very helpful. That would be extremely helpful. So that's it. Oh, one thing I would like to share with you guys, I'll be making a separate video about this, but it's how you can increase your sexual attraction and how you can become more attractive in general and how you can unleash your superpower. And this movement that I believe a lot of you have been seeing, but I don't know if you guys have even taken the time to join, or maybe you guys have been doing it already. But it's called the NoFap, all right, whereby you cultivate your inner force, okay? You cultivate your power, and you abstain from sex, you abstain from porn, you abstain from masturbation. And I think it's a golden thing to do, because what it does is it gives you more clarity. It makes you heal faster. It makes your skin glow. And there's this thing about when you stay away from sex, when you do the no fap. This is a secret, okay? Um, I think women have the sense. It's like the sixth sense of a woman, and this is for guys specifically. Ladies, you could turn off this video at this point in time, but guys, there's this sixth sense that the women have, because women are they're like spiritual creatures living amongst us. They're like they're like portals, and they can sense things. That's why they talk about feeling. Like I feel like they can sense things. Now that doesn't mean they're always right, but they can sense things. It's just like when we have two women, okay? Um when we have two women and one of them takes off her shirt, right? Um the other woman wouldn't respond. She would be like, "What the heck is she doing?" Right? Because she doesn't care. And it's still the same eye, for example, like us guys. And if that same girl takes off a shirt in front of a guy, there's a way we respond. Okay, there's a way we respond that I can't even explain. Or maybe I can explain because I'm a guy, but women can't explain, because when a woman sees another naked woman, she doesn't feel anything. Okay, but when a man sees a naked woman, he feels so many things. It feels this sexual drive and sexual attraction. And this is just the no fap thing that's taken me all the way to this point. But we feel this sexual drive and this sexual attraction, and women can explain it. Now it's the same thing when you as a guy decide to stay away from sex and you stay away from masturbation. You glow differently, okay? And for you to be able to do that, you need to be that means you have to implement some level of discipline in your life. And the moment you do that, you start being creative, you start channeling your life force, and you start glowing. And I don't know if there's a specific smell that comes out of you that smells so good to women that it makes them just want to come around you. I'm not even lying right now. I've been on NoFap for like 2 months now, and I tell you, there's some women that don't even talk to me before, but now they just want to be around me. It's this energy. They can sense it, and I don't know how to sense it. Okay, so if you are a guy and you've been struggling with attraction, attracting women, I would just recommend you try the NoFap for 1 month, and I guarantee it that you will see a difference. And if you try for 1 month and you see a difference, please come back. leave a comment below or send me an email. I'd like to hear from you guys because by participating and by activating your inner chakra, I think that's what some people call it. By doing the no fap thing, you are activating your life force. You're cultivating your life potential, and you're becoming a super version of yourself. All right. So think about the principles, adopt those principles, those six golden principles, and also the final one for the guys is look into no fap. Okay, do the no fap. Do not have sex. Do not masturbate. Um, stay away from sex. It's discipline. Okay, it's highly disciplined. People, it's a disciplined thing to do, and I guarantee it that you will see the difference. Okay, I guarantee it. Like I could bet my whole life on this. I can bet my whole money on this because it's just that you are disciplined, and the best part of it is women can sense this. So if you're struggling with attracting women in your life, or you don't know, you think women don't like you, whatever, try the no fap thing. Okay, stay away from sex because every time you masturbate, the same way women can sense when you are in your superpower nature, they can also sense when you are just wasting your life force. Okay, women can tell when a guy always masturbates. I don't know how they do it, but it's just the woman sense. Okay, it's just their sense. The senses, like I said before, like they're just like a spiritual thing. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. Maybe if you're a lady and you heard everything up to this very point, maybe you could leave a comment below and share with us how you guys sense all these kind of things. I would like to know honestly. But this video is not about the nofap. I'll be making a separate video about how nofap can completely transform your life. If you want to see the video, leave a comment below. I'd like to hear from you. I'll be making a complete video on that. And also, if there's any topic you want me to talk about, feel free to share below and or reach me via my email, which is in the description section. And until next time, my people, until next time, my brothers and my sisters from all over the world, always remember to be your best self. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.